everyone, and welcome to the College of Inspiration. On this day, we are doing something a little bit more chaotic than perhaps usual. I am your host, Scarlet Song, she, her, your local librarian, and today, dear patrons, I am your lore weaver. Before we open up today's tale, I must begin with a couple of housekeeping points. Firstly, we would like to thank our musical accompaniment to YouTubers such as Bardify, Michael Gelfie, and Kevin MacLeod. Today's character sprite work and art for today's session was by yours truly, that me. And the background art is thanks to Unsplash. To maintain immersion, this stream has no alerts, players are rarely seen in chat, and shoutouts to donors, subscribers, and followers are made at the break and the end of stream. Thank you to everyone who has recently followed and subscribed. Enjoy your loves. With that said, dear friends, let me dip behind the Lorebrary counter and begin today's tale. Today's book comes from the spookier section of the Lorebrary, where we can't quite dust off all of the cobbled cobwebs, and opens to a crinkled page, worn yellow with age, where we read of a cold and misty night before a manor known as Fowely. It is late autumn when the winds howl distantly through mountain passes, where leaves crinkle underfoot, and this cold, quiet air of spooky atmosphere is immediately interrupted by the sound of dropping yarn. Druna, who are you and who are you playing today?
Hello, I am Juna. I'm your local sea slug / VTuber, and today I will be playing Sniff Nibblefinger, craftsweaver extraordinaire. And as I approach the mansion, you see some of my many balls of yarns just trailing behind me as they spill from my arms. And as I'm still waiting for my other friends to catch up, so I'm also using my knitting needles to aggressively and ferociously continue working on what nobody is quite sure, but could be a blanket.
Why did you arrive so much earlier than everyone else?
Well, I figured that it's could be pretty cold tonight, and I know some of my compatriots don't always dress quite so warmly. So if I got here in time, I could make them some stuff.
That's so sweet. Oh my goodness. Following this ball of yarn, I think some of it trails behind you. And oh my goodness, Sniv, you hear someone trip behind you, or it's a little bit difficult to see past that giant hat of theirs.
Ah! The panther. I am Eldritch Flatcap, he, him, currently playing Miracmus, the Eludible. Also he, him. But, oh dear, I'm tangled. Sniff. Ah!
There you are. Oh, you got here just like about the same time as me. I thought I still had a bit more time. Oh, is that my yarn? Could I get that back? Oh, it's all over you.
I don't know if you're getting that back. I think it's between my toes.
Oh no, you can keep that one.
Thank you.
It's
It's
a
very
nice
warm.
shade of periwinkle.
It does look good on you.
Thank you. Thank you. It makes my toe cracks feel very warm.
I'm glad you didn't wear shoes today, did you?
No, I'm pretty rugged up, but yeah, I didn't put any socks on.
I'm glad I can help your toes feel a little warmer.
Thank you.
And as Miraculous, thank you. It's the stress points, isn't it? Miraculous. As you detangle the periwinkle wool from between your toe beans. Do kobolds have toe beans?
I think
They do
this is
now.
up for debate. Yes.
Alright, so within this canon, kobolds have toe beans. So as you free your toes from the perils of periwinkle wool, you managed to catch the faint chitter. I want to say chittering of something scurrying around in the bushes. As distantly, I think both of you probably arrive at once. How do you two make your approach? The final ones on their stacks of books within my library.
A crowbar sticks out of it. A pair of eyes look around. Googly moogly. You see anything? No? And out pops a lean, lanky kobold. Wani, the criminal. Coast is clear. Wide?
Yeah.
Come on out.
Okay. And out pops a shorter, much fatter kobold. Accidentally drops a small explosive, which sets the bush on fire.
There's a slight spark and the bush behind you is immediately in flames, much like what I suspect the rest of this miniature one-shot will look like.
But yes, Wani, who is played by Pixel Harbinger. And I am here and ready to play.
Nice.
And Wide will be played by yours truly, Steak Sweetie.
I might need a minute. Alright, so for context, Wyatt is smaller than Wani.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm gonna shrink you down a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Height accurate. Now, all of you were brought to were sent here, actually. You weren't brought here, because that implies that you didn't just set a bush on fire. My commands aren't working, that's frustrating. So, all of you were sent here by the one, the only... I'm making up a name on the spot as we discussed earlier, Bread.
What?
Bread, the great and mysterious leader of your warren. They make the dough. Nothing to
Hail the bread.
Oh, they make
He
the
is our
dough.
breadwinner.
The dough.
He makes the dough.
Yes. And so Bread informed you, for you are all underlings of the great dragon wormling. The great and terrible Firafang. And you have been sent to attribute great wealth towards the horde of Great Firafang. And so Bread sent you to get bread, but not actually get bread, to get something to add to Firafang's slowly growing, shining collection of items. Distantly, kobold scouts had seen from their caves within the mountains high above that you have come from. This one, kind of like abandoned, I want to say. Manor, just kind of in the middle of everything. As the glowing light of one of the windows, it seems mostly quiet, there is a village much further on that all of you have stolen some sort of washing from. That doesn't tend to go here, like has not been here ever. But your warren, scouts within your warren have seen glinting somewhere within this building a shiny.
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 And thus begins your trial to obtain the shiny. I am a professional, I swear. Alright. So, you meet up, Bonnie, with your keen crowbars, googly eyes, wide, your explosives, Miraculous with your sock? Scarf?
I don't know. At this point, there's so many bits of clothing mashed together. I don't know what to say.
And Sniv with your yarn have approached this
Yes.
building. What do you do? There is a small gate, wrought iron, blocking your path. What is your first action as a group of kobolds trying to steal a shiny?
This looks like a sturdy gate. If only we had something like a crowbar.
I have some knitting needles that we could try to stick in the lock.
You know it can break down any door.
Explosives?
You got that right.
Well, this one does look pretty tough, so it might be the best course of action.
Alright. Explosions on the way out, me on the way in. That's the deal, remember?
That's right.
Thank you.
Alright,
What?
so
We had a plan?
Well, no, we have a deal. I get us in,
What?
she gets us out. That's
So
the
let's
idea.
blow up everything on the way in.
What's the deal, though?
I get us in, she gets us out. That's the deal. That's it.
Don't you get something out of a deal?
Yeah, I get to break us in and steal stuff, and she gets to blow us out, so she gets to blow stuff up.
Oh, that makes sense.
Where do we do?
meanwhile, the
Yeah, what
door
do we do?
creaks in the wind.
We decided that we share the stuff.
Okay, I will carry the stuff.
Perfect. You can make many anyway, right. Picking
Alright.
time. That's my job.
Alright, so Waddy, what are you doing?
I get out the thieves' tools that I stole, because that's how you get thieves' tools, right? You steal them.
Yeah, you have to steal them. That's canonic. They don't count as thieves' tools. They're just tools. If you do not steal them.
And I do lock picking. Lock
Are
picking.
you trying to lick the lock open?
I lick it to taste the lock so I know how to unlock.
It's
that's how you do it.
oddly. You know what? Roll me a history check with your proficiency bonus, please. I'm already crying. We're not even 10 minutes in.
While he's doing that, I also pulled out my scarf a bit and licked the lock as well, just in case there's something good going on here.
Alright, so like what do we get for your history check?
16.
It's very rusted. Like, surprisingly rusted. There's as you kind of like it's like, no, this is kind of good quality rust. Like, at one point, this is probably really, really good. And, Sniff, what do you get?
I think it does not taste great, but it does remind me a little bit of copper. And I'm like, maybe once upon a time this could have been made of money.
Yes. It does look like a pretty fancy house. You will immediately suspect that.
Yeah, so that bodes very well for the shinies inside, because if they can make a gate out of money, then they must be very rich.
Alright.
Well thought out and logical assumption.
I know.
I'm sorry. The animated sprites, every time you talk, I kind of lose it a little bit. Why did I do this to myself? Alright, so, Wani, are you going to try and use your thieved tools in order to unpick the lock of luxury.
Now that I lick the lock, I know how to unpick the lock with the lick lock pick lock.
Lovely. Let's have a lock picking check, please.
Is that sleight of hand, right?
That is your it's a dexterity roll plus your proficiency if you're proficient.
Thank you.
Nice. I love that you're all sitting on top of books in my library.
Otherwise, we couldn't reach the table.
It's really important. Like, you don't want to roll the dice on the floor. What if you accidentally step on a d4?
Makes for great escapes when you've been caught out.
See, that's why I keep telling you guys, you need to wear some wool in your feet, otherwise you're gonna stab yourself.
I did not realize this party was needing clothes.
I keep offering to make them.
Okay, well, since I'm the small one, I need the dress, and since Wide's the big one, they need the suit. That's how it goes, right?
I
Yeah.
get that. I make you the dress, I give White the suit.
Perfect. Okay,
Flawless
and,
logic.
right. 16 on the lock picking, yes, lock picking.
The lock licking, picking, sticking it in and turning it a little bit to the left. Do you use your crowbar or are you using your thieved tools?
I'm using the thief tools, but if that ain't gonna work, then I guess the crowbar's gonna have to do it. Googly
So,
Moogie always gets it good.
As you kind of like stick the lockpick in, the extra saliva really does help guide it through, and then it just shatters. The lock just shatters in front of you, and the door opens. The gate opens to the front door. Now the manor is 3 stories high. It's quite tall. As you enter into the garden sphere, there is like, you know, your token decrepit statues, mostly of snakes, and quite. You would have seen something like this somewhere near the Emerald Oasis, though I don't think any of you have heard of the Emerald Oasis. But in a distant offland, there are very many artifacts, totally not referenced, not stolen from sacred sites or anything to use to decorate this garden, as rich people tend to do. As the garden kind of sets itself out, everything's overgrown. You see at least 4 cockroaches. Surprisingly,
Attempt to eat the cockroach.
you can attempt to eat the cockroach. You gotta catch it first. Roll me an acrobatics check.
Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Oh boy. 4.
So, once again, your clothes are large and your hat is unwieldy. It is a struggle as you attempt to, you go face first to try and catch the cockroach, and you trip on your scarf again.
The price we pay for good fashion in these times.
It is a tough, tough existence.
This is why you go like me. You wear no clothes.
But you're gonna get so cold tonight.
That is what the fire is for.
That's true.
And
That's why I
What
work.
about the drip?
you do see like the soft embers of one of Wide's slowly glowing horns as they have been on fire this entire time.
But the horns are so far away from her toes.
That is true. I could go for some socks.
Okay. Good. I'll
You
get
get
you some
another-
socks.
You get like a different set of knitting needles. As you've done this, I will say that, Wani, since you are the least occupied currently, as you kind of look upon this mansion in its glory and gorgeousness, it was probably once owned by someone really rich, like heckin' rich, like, oh, so much money. There's like details in the everything. It's not a minimalistic thing. Everything has like a flourish. You see like sort of snake emblems kind of embedded throughout, references to whatever culture the statues are on. And it's oddly clean. Like, despite it being old and worn, it's like oddly clean.
I have a quick question. How big are the snake statues? Are they like snake size or like big statue size?
They're like big statue size. Like, you know how people have fake Greek statues in their gardens because they want to be cool?
Yes.
It's like that.
Okay, so very big snakes. Got
Mhm.
it.
Nice
Got it.
heavy.
There's a lot of cobras,
Ooh.
which, as I was mentioning before, Wani, as you kind of look towards the front door, you do in fact see a door knocker that is immaculate and clean. That looks a lot like a snake.
So, do we knock? Is that a thing we do?
It's so shiny.
It's really shiny.
Wait a
Wait.
minute. I have an idea.
Should
Why?
we take it?
Yeah, I'm thinking, Wani, give me a boost.
What?
Yes, I should mention
Give me a
that
boost.
all of you are very small, and this door is easily all of you stacked up on top of each other.
We need to make a stack. We can probably take this if we made a stack.
Agree. By my calculations, it should be, yes, 3 plus me, therefore 4.
That's a very good calculation.
Thank you, I'm very learned.
Oh my god. Alright, so what's going on? Are you stealing the lock? Are you knocking? What's going on? Are you stacking?
I would like to climb on Wani's shoulders.
Alright. Wani, can you remind me, what's your base strength?
-1.
Alright, cool. Can you roll me a strength saving throw to carry wide?
I got an 8.
Okay. So, as wide you climb up on Wani, I think, like, you've done this before. It's normally really fine, but Wani was very preoccupied with how shiny this snake looked, for lack of a better word. Like, they're shiny, like, it's very clean, it's very sparkly, and as you go, you squish Wani's hat, and Wani, you fall flat.
No, my thieving hat.
Sorry, Wani. Okay, we'll try it. You get on me this time.
Alright. Wide, what's your base strength, Scott?
-1.
Strength check, please.
9.
9. Lovely. One is very preoccupied with trying to fluff up their hat as they try to climb up on top of you, and they totally forget that you're on fire. Well, you fall. What is this? You fall down onto the floor. Miraculous. Sniv. You witness this.
Miraculous, let me get on top of your shoulders. I think we can do this.
I have another idea. I have heard of a thing spoken of in ancient terms called a Horman Pyramid.
Oh,
If
I'm
we-
there, eh?
Horman Pyramid.
A Holman
if-
pyramid. Yes.
If we work together, 2 of us on the bottom and 1 person on top, we might be able to support the weight.
Oh, you are so smart.
Thank you. I'm a very learned man.
I would also like to say that there are conveniently 2 kobolds flat on their face. You're directly in front of the door.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna put one leg on Wani, one leg on Wide.
Wadi
Try
do
one
not
down.
expect this to happen, as suddenly Sniff is on top of both of you.
Oh, I'm doing it. How close am I to the to the knocker?
If you go onto your tippy toes, you'll be able to touch the knocker.
Okay, great. I'm gonna use my knitting needle to like unscrew it to take it off.
So you're trying to unscrew it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do not see a screw, but you think you see one below the knocker. As you kind of like reach one little talon claw up, and then reach the other one up. As you try to unscrew, roll me a sleight of hand.
Okay. 1 second. Oh, I've got good. 1 second. Oh, I got good sleight of hand, but bad dice for. That's an 8.
All right, as you go to unscrew, I'm trying to speak because slowly for dramatic effect. As you go to unscrew the snake lock, you hear it suddenly. A sound. Who dares open my door?
Sniff falls off the human pyramid.
The Homan pyramid collapses. You've just heard
Falls backwards.
the eyes on the snake begin to glow at you.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's alive.
To stand up, please.
Yes, you may stand up.
Wani does not stand up. He instead skitters away like a gecko and hides behind something.
You skitter and you hide behind the banister. It's just like one claw up, the other claw down. That token gecko pose that's always on everything.
Nice.
Great voice of the door. Why do you accuse us of opening? We have not opened you.
That's true. We did not open.
The gates are open to the Manor, Fowly.
Oh,
The
well, you should
gates
have
are
been more
different.
specific.
That was the wind. We didn't do that.
Can you roll me a deception check?
Sure. 11.
Conveniently
Can I-
for you. Yes?
I was gonna say, can I assist?
You may assist. How are you assisting, though?
The gates were just like that when we found them.
Okay.
I'm
You may
backing
roll
up
with
the stone.
advantage. Wide. What is your deception roll with advantage?
Oh, my deception roll with advantage. Okay.
Yeah, yours.
That's a nat 20.
Oh! Fine. Perhaps the gates were open before you arrived. Really should check the gardens about that. But what brings you to Manor Fowly?
Did you just do that? Like the whole echo thing, was that, how did you do that?
I am the door knocker. Echoing comes with the territory.
Oh, I see. Could you teach us how to do that?
If a door knocker could look incredulously, it would. Alas, it cannot, as it just awaits your answer.
We are here to contact you about your wagon's extended warranty.
Yeah, he's right.
In addition, have you heard about our Lord and Savior bread?
He makes the dough.
He makes the
dough.
dough.
A great deception check.
I'm loving this so much.
I'm crying.
Wait, Sarah, wait. Is me too?
Yes, everyone, it's a group deception check.
19.
19. Okay.
13.
Okay. 20, wide?
And
Wide?
Nat 1.
Lovely. With that nat 1. With a 19, roughly it all balances out to about a 12. To which the door knocker says, "Sus. But who am I to get in the way of dough? I only know and respond to those who knock." But you didn't even bother to do that. Seriously, guys. Manners.
Yeah, we didn't know you were alive.
We're very shy.
Manor Fowely has many secrets.
Is everything alive in Manor Fowly? Because if so, I'm sorry about the gates. My condolences.
Oh,
It
no, the
wasn't
gate's
us, but
fine.
I'm so sorry. Oh, okay.
The gate's fine. It's alright. The gate has, once again, if a door knocker could look incredulously, it would. The gate apparently isn't doing its job, so yeah. But
You could say you fired the gate.
Is one of the secrets a talking gate? Well, talking door knocker?
yes,
How many secrets are there in total?
at least 10.
That's a lot of secrets. I can't count that high.
You do not have the talents, though.
No.
But
I can only do 9.
I must warn
then we'll have a
you
12.
who are attempting to enter. Again, seriously, remember to knock. Like, I'm not just polished brass here.
Could you
You-
lean down
oh,
so we
but-
could reach?
I am
please.
screwed to the door. Literally cannot.
Oh, I have an idea. I would like to cast Mage Hand. I completely forgot I had.
Yes, you may cast Mage Hand.
And I would like to knock the door knocker.
As you knock the door knocker, tonk, wait. I don't know if that came through. Tonk, tonk. The door opens conveniently. Seriously,
Thank
just
you.
politeness. Manners are important when you're visiting a manor. It's half the point. Anyway, this house
Thank you,
is
Mr.
full of.
Knocker.
Let me finish my spiel. I must warn you. The secrets within this manor may scare you. There are magics here. Mana magics of Manor Fowly. I do not know what you seek, but know that we are kind to guests, but not to intruders. As the door creaks back closed and
You know, I'm starting to think that there was a poor choice to go through the front door.
I think it's very nice for the door knocker to have invited us in.
Yeah,
I think
now
the
we're not
door knocker was
intruders.
very sweet because now we're guests.
I never really guessed that.
Yeah, they'll have to
So-
give us the shiny now.
And they'll have to give us tea probably too. I heard that's what they do at manors. So if you see tea leaves, they're for us.
as you say that, actually, you hear a tinkling noise from somewhere in one of the rooms. You've entered into, your token spooky manor. casting shadows oddly well lit by some sort of arcanic light. There's no fire, much to Wide's disappointment. There are display cases of various artifacts and items, and like, none of it's honestly very shiny. It's a lot of natural materials, lots of scrolls. There seems to be a couple of levels to this manor, as we've discussed before. And as you kind of look through, you hear like a kind of tinkling of porcelain coming from a lower area.
Chinese tinkle, right?
I think they already have other guests here.
We should join them and see their shinies, because only shinies tinkle, I think.
That is true.
Unless that is what tea sounds like.
I am quite excited to figure out what tea is. Like, I only heard the stories.
What kind of stories did you hear?
Psychoactive drug substance.
So
I
as you,
heard it's something the humans do for their guests, and it supposedly makes you very relaxed, but also it's to welcome you into their hearts.
as your taloned feet footfall, does Sniff have socks on?
Yes.
Alright, as taloned feet and wooden feet step lightly through the manor, deep red plush carpets crush underfoot. Fancy rugs embroidered with patterns of various creatures. At one point you think you see bread, but it's not bread. It's some sort of tall humanoid of some kind. You look to there seems to be a large painted portrait. Sorry, not mirror. There's a painting kind of hanging in the hallway of a sort of older humanoid, but they have very serpentine features. Their eyes are sort of sharper. Their nose is much flatter than a regular human's. Their hair is in thick curled locks.
Oh, that looks a little bit like bread.
May I make a history check?
You may make a history check.
That is an 18.
With your history check, you think back and you definitely know that there's some sort of larger humanoid creature called a Yuan-Ti that have snake-like features. You read about it in a scroll once.
Ah, sure. This is where tea comes from. For these are the Yuan-Ti.
Oh, do you want tea?
I read
So-
about it.
He brings the tea?
I have the tea.
They have the tea.
Just like bread makes the dough, Yuan-Ti brings the tea. They must be related.
That's why they're called Yuan-Ti, guys. Anyway.
We should,
Yes?
we should go meet them and ask them about bread. Maybe they know each other.
I think they must be cousins.
As you make your way toward the dining hall, you see glimmering and shiny cutlery and chandeliers and a warm, bubbling teapot. Just sitting there. Big chairs. You're gonna need a booster just to get on. You could jump to get on. It is gonna take a minute though.
I jump.
You jump. You manage to get on one of the chairs, and as you do, you wobble because the chair
Yarn
moves.
spills from my pockets. Just
There's
all
the-
over the floor.
As the yarn spills from your pockets, it gets caught in one of the chair's legs, and the chair's legs like splat. Like, eh.
Uh-oh. but I'm on.
Yes, you're on the chair. All four legs of this chair kind of prop themselves up.
It's kind of comfortable. You guys want to join me?
All of you see the furniture move back.
You are not Yuan T.
The furniture does not respond. They just kind of like bend down a little bit at the joints.
Oh, thank you. You treat Miraculous the Illudable with his deserved respect. And I stand on a chair.
You stand on the chair. It straightens up so you are at height. There is tea out.
I would like
Me
to
like
also
it.
get on the chair so I may see the tea.
As you do, and screeches down, props itself back up. Goes the wood. What are you doing? Are you getting on one of the chairs?
I go up to chair. I go, chair, can I sit on you?
As you ask the chair's permission, the chair nods. If a chair could nod, it just kind of like shuffles back and forth and like.
Perfect. Thank you. I get on the
And
chair.
you are raised up to this table where there is tea and very shiny cutlery and a teapot and a chandelier is up on the ceiling and it sparkles. And as you kind of go like, oh, there's all of this shiny around. It's not quite the shiny that was described to you.
May I ask something?
Yes, Wide?
Does the furniture have little soft pads on the bottom so they do not scratch up the floor when they go?
You know what? Not only do they have sock pads, it's the ones that kind of look like cat paws.
Very good. I'd be very
Sniff
upset if
loves
the
that.
floor is not scratched.
But their joints still creak. They're a little bit rusty. Or wooden. Is that what I want to say?
But that's as close as you're going to get.
And as you kind of raise yourselves up onto the table, you see the tea before you, and there are no biscuits. There are no cookies.
Sniff turns over to Miraculous and like looks at the tea like, oh, what do you think that is?
This, I believe, is the tea of the Yuan T.
Do you want tea? The tea.
Sure, if you're gonna pour it.
The feet of the teapot kind of shuffle forward, and as they do, of the tinkling of porcelain, a little cup kind of shuffles towards you as it's suddenly filled with tea and kind of poured into its cup and shuffles towards you.
I grab the cup with both of my hands and I take a sip.
You grab the cup, kind of just, it's surprised, and the
Wait,
little,
does
the
it
little
squeak?
ti-
What that makes sound?
It makes like a if a tinkling porcelain sound could sound like a squeak of surprise, it makes one of those. And then two, its little tiny feet. So the way that the porcelain's designed, instead of a rimmed bottom, it's got like little feet. And the little feet are kind of wiggling in the air as you've gone to take this sip.
A sip. What does it taste like?
It tastes like hot leaf juice.
It tastes like leaves.
With a little
I-
bit of rose hip.
You guys should try it. It tastes like leaves.
This is definitely something called for future research.
the tea look hot enough?
The tea is honestly freshly made. Looks to be quite hot. There is my personal favorite part is that none of you have questioned that the objects are alive. This is like my favorite part.
I mean, that's pretty natural after we found the door knocker. He did to kind of imply everything's alive.
Yeah, it's true. As the tea looks quite hot, but potentially not like super hot.
I would like to turn to the teapot and go, would you like your tea to be warmed up, please?
The teapot kind of. Again, if a teapot could nod, as it nods, some of the tea pours out, and it gets startled, and you see one of the teaspoons whack it, going like, "How dare you!" Yes.
I'm pretty chuckled.
Alright.
Can I hold a firebolt in my hands?
You can hold the spell in your hands, ready to go at any point. Yes.
I would like to hold a fireball in my... Not a fireball. Firebolt.
Firebolt or fireball?
Oh, Y has just thought of something better. I would like to use prestidigitation.
Ah, I see. You hold out your hand, and this very hot teapot comes over to your hand to sit in the very hot hand. Am I making that assumption?
Sorry, I did not hear that.
You hold out your hand, which I'm assuming you are kind of making very hot.
Yes, very hot.
Cool.
Enough hot to warm up tea.
Now, in my mind, prestidigitation kind of emanates from your hand, and you don't feel how hot it is, right? You might feel like a soft warmth to it. Would you then... How would Wide then react as this teapot comes to sit on Wide's hand, and it is boiling hot to the touch?
Probably you're very warm.
Alright. A scalding mark is left on your hand. You take 1d4 fire damage. You take 1 damage.
You'll burn like the fire of explosions. I like you.
The teapot nestles down. As you drink your tea, you don't see anything else shiny. Funny. Miraculous. As the others are kind of sipping their tea, what are you doing?
Was there a yuan tea in this room? I thought did we see a
There
yuan tea?
was
Or
no
it corn tea?
yuan tea in this room. There is only furniture currently pouring you tea.
Yes, it appears that the yuan of the yuan tea is missing. Dear Caps, where is the yuan of the yuan tea?
They look at you confused.
It's
If
the
they could look-
yuan. The one that's on the big painting outside.
As you kind of point to that painting, you see all of the crockery kind of tilt, sadly. They suddenly deflate.
Is the yuan gone? Were they here and now they are missing?
As you say that, are you drinking a cup of tea right now, Miraculous?
I was going to ask for permission to drink first. I would like to ask a cup. May I drink some tea, please?
As you ask permission and you drain the tea leaves inside sort of swirl, and they make kind of a fine powder at the bottom. You stare at it, and could you roll me a quick insight check?
As I am a divination wizard, could I get advantage or something?
Yes, I will allow it. You have seen many a tea leaf, but it hasn't been a yuan tea. You've just kind of played pretend tea. It's
Yeah, I just usually throw a rock into some mud and see what shapes next.
Yeah.
That is, what kind of check was it again, sorry?
Insight.
Kobold. That is a 16.
As you kind of look deep, there's so many 16s tonight. As you kind of look deeply at this cup and you see this kind of reminds you of like your mud splashes.
Okay, I see the swirls. I see the splatters. And in these splatters, I see ...
You see ... and as the ... dots kind of meld together, you see kind of a sad face and a skull and a strange kind of looks like a trophy. You've seen one of these in your great Thirathinga's hoard. Something similar to it, but this looks really nice. And as you kind of stare at the leaves, like the remaining dregs of tea, the cup has been tilting back and forth in an effort to kind of communicate with you, and it gets dizzy and it starts to fall over.
I catch the cup and...
Yeah.
Right. I see. So, we have a skull and a trophy, and what was the first thing again?
My brain has just 404 arid. It was a skull, a trophy,
Oh, sad face. Sad face was the
and a
second.
sad face, yes.
There we go. Haha. We have regained brain cells. It appears that they are sad, for the Yuan of the Yuan tea was dead because of a trophy.
Oh no! Did the trophy fall on top of him?
I do not know. The leaves are mysterious and leave much to the imagination.
Maybe the trophy was alive and strangled him.
Well, let's go get that trophy then. You can show us where that possibly shiny trophy is, and we'll beat him up for you, we swear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
take it
take
away from here.
revenge.
Far away from here.
As you are all like, the mention of taking it far away from here, the cutlery and crockery kind of freezes and slowly turns towards you wide.
Isn't the trophy back? Wouldn't you want it gone?
There's like shakes among the crockery.
I think they are raising their pitchforks, or should I just say forks?
The actual
Think
folks
that-
start to raise.
I think they're shaking because they're terrified of the trophy. They're so scared.
Where is the trophy that's scaring you guys so much? We can help it there.
Interesting change of voice. As you say that, they don't know. Like the swirl of tea leaves kind of tries to manifest in the cup, and you just see the mana.
Oh, so the trophy is here. Somewhere.
Is it on this floor?
None of the crockery seems to know. As you as one of them, let's see, what is it? As one of the cups kind of tiny little porcelain feet across the wooden floor, you see it kind of hit a wall of sorts. It cannot seem to leave this room. An arcane barrier kind of shimmers and fades out.
Oh no, the trophy has captured them and locked them in this room.
Logical assumption. I see no other explanation.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I have an idea. I would like to turn to the crockery.
You turn to the crockery. The crockery turns to you.
Is this trophy shiny?
They seem very confused at the word shiny.
I point to the chandelier. Does it go ding ding like that?
As you point to the chandelier, as you go ding ding, they still look very confused.
Maybe if it is shiny, maybe our intel is the shiny thing we're looking for.
If you hold the trophy in the light, does it hurt your eyes?
They still look very confused, as they do not technically have eyes.
Is
I
it
think the
made?
trophy has made them too scared or too terrified to answer.
Do any of these cups have gilding on them?
Yes, actually. Some of them have the teapot currently sitting in Wide's hand, kind of like a comfortable cat, has a nice gilded edge just kind of along the spout.
I point to it and go, is it like this?
If a teapot could shrug, it would shrug. As far as you can tell from the crockery, none of the crockery knows what they just know the shape. Kind of. As far as you can tell. Whatever Miraculous saw, it was kind of trophy-like.
As I said, divinations are very much up to the imagination.
I trust your divination unconditionally.
Thank you. That is what you should do with all people like me.
I know.
As you do, kind of, there's suddenly a very cold chill. And the lights dim ever so slightly. You hear this cold wind, as if a window is open somewhere further along. What do you do?
Okay, I told you I was gonna get cold tonight. Now I did bring some extra scarves, so Wani and White, if you need them, hold on, let me get them out of my pocket.
Okay, so we know it's not in this room, and we should go somewhere. And we are guests, so we shall explore more of that house to find for that. Yes, right?
I agree.
Yes, but really, yeah, come on, Wani. Sniff starts putting the scarf around your neck, and same for White. It's like you're gonna get so cold tonight.
What color are
Thank
the
you very much.
scarves?
The one for Wani is like a very nice, like turquoise with like pink polka dots. And for Whites, you got like a very nice grassy green with like very highly clashing like spots of like purple and blue.
Lovely.
It's just as warm as the explosions. Thank you.
You are very welcome, please. You gotta stay warm.
With the cold breeze wisps through the manor. Icy chilly.
From my understanding, when one is in a cave, the best thing to do is follow the wind. So, manors being just really big caves, we should probably follow.
I agree.
Yeah, let's
Makes
go.
sense to me.
So you leave your crockery friends behind as you hear the tinkling of porcelain along porcelain as you see them huddle kind of fearfully together on the top of the table. You leave them behind. And as you do, you enter back into the hallway. The wind seems to blow through, drifting down. Everything seems bigger now that everything's just a little bit dark. The lights flicker. Move along. What are you keeping an eye out for? Are you just filling?
I'm looking for shiny things.
Oh yeah. Okay. So as you kind of look to and fro, and you follow the wind, you see the moonlight catch the edge of something that looks gilded in a room distantly, covered in shadow.
Point at it. Look, it's. I think there's something gold.
A shiny. Oh.
Very shiny.
So check it out.
You're
Maybe it's a trophy.
I want for it.
as you kind of push that door, which is slightly opened up a little wider, there is. It appears to be some kind of library. As the light goes in and out. Now, in the corner of this library, kind of below the windowsill, and this is why it's catching the light, you see a large chest with a nice, shiny, gilded lock.
I am going to cast a spell, everybody. Be aware.
Oh no.
Oh,
I am going to cast Detect Magic.
You detect.
I have begun detecting magic. What
As
do
you
I
can-
detect?
There is a strong sense of abjuration. How far does detect magic go?
I think it's about. Give me a moment.
It's through 1 foot of wood, right?
Oh, 30 feet. 30 feet.
30 feet. But you
1
need
foot
to.
of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay. So you can't really feel anything once you enter the room. In the hallway, like, everything's just rippling with magic. It feels. I can't remember. I think it's transmogrification? What's the word for it? My brain. Transmutation.
Transmutation.
Thank you. It feels like transmutation magic.
Guys, I think this place might be magical.
that means that it's very expensive.
Yes.
So we should probably see what's inside of it, right?
This is the house. As you enter into the library, you see different tomes seem to emit a magical aura. One thing just specifically emits abjuration. One emits conjuration. And there's something in the air that you can't really put a talon on, Marachmus. It's not familiar, but you feel like you've heard about something like this. There's something imbued.
Imbued. Hmm. Does it come specifically from the chest?
Oh, no, it is something kind of just in the entirety of the room, almost in the entirety of the manor. It's almost as if like magic is seeped into the very walls. But it's soft, it's faint.
Okay.
But the thing that kind of sticks out to you at the very least, Sniv, as you've been looking around, and Wani and Wide as you search for shinies, as you see this chest.
Okay, so most things in this manor are alive, so I like sit in front of the chest and go, "Hello, Mr. Chest, can you talk?"
The chest does not respond.
I don't think this one is alive, you guys. This is probably just a chest.
It has a lock on it. It is a locked chest.
Wait, does that have that thing that you wrote on the thing
Yes.
written? Oh.
It is. There is a sign on it. Do you read common?
I can't read.
Those-
Uh,
For those of you who do read common, it definitely says on it that it is not a mimic.
Is that a little love heart underneath it or an arrow?
It is a love heart. It is written in a very nice ink, even though it looks like pencil because that's the brush I used.
That must be his name. It has a name tag.
Oh, what does it say?
The chest is called Not a Mimic.
Hello, Mr. Not a Mimic.
The chest still does not respond.
I think he's dead.
Oh no! Does anyone have any healing magic?
I don't have any healing magic. I got some bandages, but I'm not sure if that helps if he's already dead.
if he's that sick, we're gonna have to operate. I bring out the thieves' tools.
All right.
Time to
Okay,
do
I can help.
open
I have needles.
open chest surgery.
The chest surgery. All right. So, how are you doing this? You just going to use your thieved tools on the lock?
Yes. I'm going to be
Alright.
like, okay, hello, thank you, please, yes, operate.
Okay. You're going to attempt open chest surgery, but first you must open the chest. Please roll me a dexterity check plus your proficiency bonus for thieves' tools.
That's an 18 for the open chest.
Sorry, what was that?
18, sorry, I had some thing in my throat, probably tea leaves.
As you kind of like fiddle with the lock, you stick your thieves' tools in, and it gets a little bit stuck. And you pull, and then the chest opens up. It's just a chest. There is like a couple of blankets inside. You see a very nice looking box that's kind of
What is the-
jeweled.
What's the quality of the blankets? What kind of fabrics did they use?
We're talking alpaca wool.
Oh, Sniff is so excited. He takes the blankets out.
As you do, it kind of fades in your hands a little. It is very old and a bit fragile.
Oh no, he really did die. He's falling apart.
We shall hold a cremation for him.
Okay.
Set it on fire!
Wait, we should get the shinies out
Seems
first. Hold on.
appropriate.
Okay, you get the
You
stuff
see,
out. I'll stop the cremation.
Okay,
you see a very nice looking. It's gonna work. Yeah. You see a nice looking, like, kind of bejeweled. I'll turn down the darkness a little bit. This sort of like nice porcelain inlaid. It's modern Art Deco style box in it.
Hello, are you not a mimic's baby? Okay.
Maybe there is life in death after all.
Wani, did you poke it?
Yes.
It stuck to you.
It's
It's not
friends
coming
with
off.
me now.
It's not coming off.
You look like the tea set. Let's bring you to them.
As you say that, and note, your talons are stuck completely. You kind of waggle your arms. You waggled your arms a little more, and
Oh, it's a baby.
I need you all to roll initiative.
It's
Are all
a
babies?
baby.
Are babies sticky?
I think
I
babies
think
are
babies
sticky.
are sticky. That's normal.
The next of kin, we must inform you of the terrible death of your parents.
I love this group.
Initiative 16, by the way.
1 second, let me give you the
Oh, yeah,
music.
let's do that shit.
Hey, Aw man, I cut in the wrong spot then. This wasn't an open chest surgery. This was a Caesar salad?
It's Caesar salad.
Yeah, that it.
Golly,
We must
alright.
raise this child if it was our own.
It's stuck to you.
Adoption.
Me.
Why? Because it has attached itself to you as its new parent. What will you name it?
Wait, I got it. Since it's mom? Dad?
Parent?
Since the
Parents?
big one was not a mimic, you will be is a mimic.
He's a mimic. That's a beautiful name.
Oh lordy. Okay. Anyway, initiative
Logical
25
conclusion.
to 20.
I got a nat 20.
Natural 20.
Oh, 2 nat 20s! And what are your bonuses?
0.
Why?
Nat 1.
No. +1. Alright, so White is first. Alright, 10 to 20.
18.
Okay, and Wani?
I got a 14.
Alright, cool. Wide, you are first. The is a mimic is currently attached to Wani's arm. A long, elongated tongue is wrapped around their elbow. It appears to be stuck. What do you do?
I am going to reach into my bag and pull out my hood that comes with my clothes. I do have clothes, but I do not always wear them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to swaddle it.
Alright, you're going to swaddle the... Okay,
Swaddle the baby.
you're gonna swaddle the baby.
Very
Alright,
important.
can you please make me a grapple check?
How does a grapple check work?
It's a... hang on. A grapple check is an athletics check, I think. Off the top of my head. My brain is totally on fire right now.
Fine, I will do that. That is a 9.
You do not manage to swaddle the baby. The baby is very keen on Mama Wani. And you kind of falter forward. Is there anything else you'd like to do with a bonus action?
1 second.
Also, heads up, Marachmus, you are next in initiative order.
No, there is nothing else I would like to do.
Alright,
But
you would attempt.
I would like to go look at the child and go, you are born into a new world, child. You will come with us and meet our great leader, Brett.
He makes the dough.
He makes the show.
He
You
makes
are
the
kobold now.
Okay. Alright. Marachmus, you're up. What are you doing?
Right. I'm going to do something very similar, but I have a winter blanket in my inventory. I will take that out and use Mage Hand to try and remotely swaddle the baby.
Alright, you can attempt to remotely swaddle the baby with magic. Please. Please attempt to remotely swaddle the baby.
How do I do
So,
that?
as you use Mage Hand, it is technically less than 5 pounds when it's by itself. However, it is currently attached to Wani, who is not 5 pounds. So if you try to lift it, Wani, I think you get jerked to the side. And it's painful. It hurts.
This is not good. Do I have to roll something to see if it is successful?
I feel like with what I know of Mage Hand, this is not quite going to work the way you hope.
Okay, this is true. Shoot, that's basically my action done right there. Ah,
This is great. All right.
well,
So
I'm gonna end
yep.
my. Oh, yes. Were you gonna make a suggestion?
no, I wasn't gonna make a suggestion. I was just saying that you've inflicted great pain upon Wani.
I will use my bonus action to apologize. I am sorry, Ronnie. I did not intend this.
My joints.
All right, Sniv, you're up.
Yeah, guys, I think it misses this warmth and smell of its mother. So if we're gonna swaddle it, and I hold up like the alpaca wool blankets I took out of the chest, and
Yep.
I attempt to swaddle the baby.
Okay, you may attempt to swallow the baby as well. For this one, I will say make a grapple check with advantage because you have. Well, you have it.
Okay.
The warmth of its mother? Question?
Swaddle. Grapple is athletics, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's 19 total.
19 total. So let me just double check. Not only do you swaddle the baby, Wani, you are considered grappled by Snip as well. As you are wrapped in soft alpaca blanket and you no longer can see.
Oh no.
It's more like
He just
it's
doesn't
almost
seem
like
relaxed.
you cannot. You got mouthful of old alpaca moth-eaten blanket right now. So was there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? You've managed to successfully swaddle both Wani and the baby.
I'd like to use my bonus action to observe whether or not the baby seems relaxed.
It is not. It is very agitated.
Okay, I turn to Wani and it's like, I think you should try to sing it a lullaby or something. Something to calm it down.
Wani, it is currently your turn.
Okay. Well, since I've been given that thing, I guess I'll try to do a performance check.
Alright.
Oh wait. Okay, and I'll use my human voice to work better, because that seems to work better on people when I'm trying to serene them.
Serene them, I see.
Hush now, little child, have a song and dance. Now you must sleep with your mother and your lads. Let the light go and feel the dark grow as you enjoy the warmth of your mother around you.
Roll me a performance check with advantage, question mark? Is how long you've been on your journey.
Uh-oh.
What is your performance check?
Oh, no, it's just if you said 11 days is how long we've been on this, and oh no. I know what that means to the end of this. But not now, because it was a 17!
So as you serene this baby that is wrapped around your arm, there is a hush that befalls the room. You are in a library after all. And as you sing softly, can you please take 6 points of acid damage? As you were bitten down on in a sleepy gnaw. You successfully put the baby to sleep, but not
No,
before.
you look so peaceful.
It's still currently attached to your. but it is lightly snoring now.
Can I just move out of it now? Can I use the movement, or is it still like
It
just
is
stuck?
a you need to roll me either an acrobatics or athletics check to try and escape.
like now or next round?
No, now it's fallen asleep in time. I will allow this. It's honestly far too funny.
At eight acrobatics. I'm a great person at thieving.
Can I use my ability as a divination wizard? I can replace your role.
I may.
Awesome.
It is now a 13 plus whatever modifiers you have.
Okay, so it's an
Oh.
18.
Conveniently, the 13 was what was required. You are free of the baby, which is now swaddled and wrapped in my alcohol blankets.
It looks so peaceful. Brad is gonna be so happy.
I have a safe place to put the baby. One sec. I would like to, using my Artificer infuse item.
Yes.
Please tell me this is wrong, because I can't see anything about how long it takes to make an item. I would like to make a bag of holding.
Usually it takes, oh gosh, I think with artificers it takes 10 minutes. I'll have to double check. But I think that you guys are quietly sitting around here. I will allow like the amount of time you spend in this library to be essentially by the end of it, you can have a bag of holding for this baby? Question mark?
It is safe inside the bag of holding, where it will
Cannot
be
breathe.
warm. Isn't there air inside the bag of holding?
Some. Anyway.
Boxes don't need air.
You can try to, like, if you hold the bag open real wide and swish it through the air, you can capture some air and put it in the bag.
Yeah, every so often I open the bag to let air in.
Alright, so as you... That will be what Wyatt is doing in this library. Now, beyond the blankets, and beyond, the baby, as it has come to be known, there is a notebook. There are many books in the wind in the room, and the howling noises seems to have come from a crack in the window just above this spot. There's a notebook in the chest.
I grab the notebook and give it to Miracmus. I can't read. What does it say?
I need the notebook, for it says...
The following. I'm growing weaker as the days go on. My dear companions, my sweet enchantments. They're always so kind and supportive. Hopefully, I'll be discovered by the delivery man Clyde when they come to drop off the weekly groceries, but I don't know how much more energy I have. I've lived a long life. After all, is the last entry you read.
And
Oh,
that's some
no.
sad last words for a chest.
I was gonna say it's the chest last will and testament. We should take it with us so the baby has something when he grows up to remember their parents by.
Miracmus, as you kind of look through the notebook and you flick through it, there are... I'm imagining you use Mage Hand vaguely doing this for some reason.
Yes, I can't actually take my arms out of this, so yeah, I have to use my hand for anything.
So, as like tiny talon claws kind of flick through the pages, you see that This appears to belong to Grand Artificer Fiona Fowley.
Wow, this is a well-educated chest.
I can't
Um,
believe the chest was an artificer.
In fact, this is a mimic has quite the lineage to look upon.
I'm sure they'll be super smart when they get older. Red's gonna be so happy.
I agree. Is there any information here that may suggest the location of the trophy that killed Fowly?
So as you kind of look through these pages and you kind of flick through, there are images of like the statues you saw in the garden. Like this person seems to have enjoyed, whoever owned this seems to have really enjoyed sketching. They're not the best. It's mostly line drawing and it's very scratchy. But you are an expert at interpreting chicken scratch, for you have had to deal with the chickens and divine their scratches many a time.
This is an integral part of the mud divining process.
You can't do it without at least 2 silky feet. It just doesn't work. And you need at least a feather or 4. Anyway, as you kind of go through and you click through this notebook, you see mentions of what they call, and I'm going to read this as the way you would probably read this, Corehiato.
Perfectly legible. A Corehiato.
Corehiato?
It's got like, the vague, important notes. Again, this is very chicken scratchy, but it seems to be kind of what they've tied their core enchantment to. Whatever that enchantment is.
I see all the magic I feel around us. It is tied to the Corehiato. Does it say where it is located?
It says that
Is it like a coriander? Because then it'd be in the garden.
We should stay away. I don't need coriander.
I see. Does White have the soap thing?
Yeah.
So what you do read as you're doing it is that it requires it works kind of as a cone. So we're from kind of that. Roll me an Arcana check. Marcus.
Oh, this is good. I can do this.
I can do the magic thing. Note that.
Yes, it is very important for magic to have the correct. That is a natural 20.
Oh, dang! Those dice be lucky. As you kind of think about it, cones are like hats. Hats go on heads. So maybe it's on house. Like a hat.
This is a perfectly inscrutable line of logic. I believe it is on the top of the house. The coriander is on top of the house.
Okay, then we should go to the top of the house.
Excellent. How do we get there?
Well, I was gonna say we could stand on each other's shoulders again, but I don't think we'd reach.
We can try.
Okay. Miracmus, you can get on my shoulders this time. I did get on top last time, it's only fair.
Okay, I'm fine.
Oh, wait. Look, we got all these books. We can stack books.
Is there?
You're so smart.
Is there one of those fancy what is it? It's like that fancy ladder for libraries, right?
Yes. The ones that help you get onto the shelf, like, because they're on rails.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, is
there's
there a
one of
hall-
those.
Cool. Alright, Clyde?
Yeah?
Hole in roof. Climb up and go. We gotta get up there. We gotta get up through the roof somehow.
I scurry up the ladder. And
You
is
scurry
there
up
a
the
hole
ladder.
I can see in the roof?
There is no hole. It is a pristine roof, lit by a single dangling arcane light.
Could make a hole in the roof.
Good idea. I would like to put a small explosive up on roof.
Alright, how are we doing this? Please describe it to me mechanically. I am also all for this.
Fireball.
Okay,
Fireball.
Bolt? Okay,
Bolt.
so... Can you remind me what the range on damage is on Firebolt again?
1 second. Range, I can fire it 120 feet, and
Yep.
it is per multiplier at a creature object within range.
So, creature or an object within range. Where are you aiming it, then?
At the roof.
Alright, so you're gonna aim directly at the roof. Now,
Above the ladder, yes.
above the ladder. Cool. So you climb up to the top of this bookshelf. You pass by books on different types of creatures. You don't quite they look really pretty. You see like vague outlines of snakes. You see some books that you don't quite read because you can't be bothered because explosions are now. And as the rest of you watch Wide scurry up to the top of this bookshelf and you see the roof, Wide places a tiny taloned hand, aims it toward the roof side. Roll me an attack against the roof.
Oops, I dropped my dice. Where's my second d10? That is 1 damage.
That's the damage. What is the attack roll?
Oh, I forgot to hit. You're right.
That's important. Do you hit the roof?
Roof is notoriously hard to hit. It always has the high ground.
It's true.
I
That
heard
is a
the roof
9.
has very high DC.
So you guys watch Wide. Oh, I love this so much. You guys watch Wide stick their little taloned hand, aim it towards the roof, and like a pinball, pew, 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 pew. It hits various points and then it is sucked into that arcane light.
The light ate it.
Right. Give me back my bomb.
You shout at the light fixture. The light fixture remains fixed and is
Pirate
light
treatment,
fixture.
eh?
There is no response from the light.
Mr. Light Fixture, please be polite and give White back her bomb.
No response.
Oh
That
no.
is very rude.
Is he also dead?
I think they're dead.
One of the
library is
books
a house of
shuffles. One of the books shuffles in place.
I say, Mr. Book? Hello? Hello?
As you say that, you go hello, hello. It falls towards you. What's your AC?
Let me check. 13?
13. It misses you. Who's directly next to you?
I think Miracmus is standing next to me.
Maracmus, with your hat blocking your gaze, you get slapped in the face by a book.
Ow. Ow. What
And-
is-
As the pages you kind of like shovel the book with your mage hand off your face, you read the following: Safety and fire precautions within arcane spaces. How to protect your spellbooks 101.
See, we violated ONESHOT and US protocols.
Oh, hash and protocols, yes.
ONESHOT and SHUS protocols. Well, Does it say how to turn it off? I'm going to read through the book.
As you read through the book, you understand very quickly. I'll just give it to you because of the previous Arcana check. The way that these systems work is that they have a central, basically, suction point that so mages and artificers and other such studious types don't set their libraries on fire, because who would be silly enough to set a library on fire? I say with an non-magical open flame in my Lorebrary wide. That there is they tend to have this basically a central point that if any sort of fire starts to begin, it basically sucks that fire up and makes it a concentrated form of light instead.
Oh, I'm very glad I'm not being sucked up into light.
You're not. The little ember on you is apparently counted by this space as a candle.
So, either, well, we could either disable this light and try and blow a hole through the roof, but I do remember there was like an open window. We could just kind of go outside.
Or we could just go outside or take the stairs, I guess. I think I saw
There were stairs.
earlier.
There definitely stairs.
There's it is then.
We could take the stairs, but on the other hand, there's explosions.
I mean, you could try it one more time and see if you get it this time.
It did impact upon your honor, so yes, I would support your claim to attempting a second go.
Yeah, I'm all for it, right? This one is personal.
Thank you.
All right, Wide, another attack roll against the roof, please.
Sure. $15.
15. Once again, as your fireball goes off against the roof, you feel the suction as the light absorbs it.
Before the light absorbs it, can I quickly mage hand to catch the fire?
You know what? Go for it. Let's roll an acrobatics check contested against the room.
Okay. That is a 3.
You do. I think you're so incensed that this light has taken your fireball, like your bomb. Come on, man. That's the rudest thing ever. So naturally, you go to reach after it, but you forget using you use mage hand and you forget you're using mage hand because mage hand requires you to use your hands. It's got it in the title, right? Totally, you have to use your hands, which means you let go of the ladder. And you fall on top of Wani again.
Ah. Sorry, Wani. I'm sorry.
Wani, you're very grateful that you are no longer carrying the baby.
Does it crinkle Wani's hat?
It does. There's a big dent in Wani's hat right now.
I pick Wani up, I dust him off, and I fix it.
I look at Hat. No.
I give Wani a hug. I am sorry.
Aww. So what are you guys doing?
We won't let the light come between us.
So, as you have failed to puncture the roof once again, what is the game plan? How are you going
Okay.
up?
We'll go up the stairs. I will blow up the chandelier later.
And
We'll be
as-
back, Mr. Chandelier. You've been very impolite to us, and honestly, that is no way to behave in front of a baby.
And as we move toward the stairs, we're gonna take a break.
Yes.
We welcome ourselves back to Kobold Chaos at Manor Fowely. In the brief
Hello.
moment. Hello, kobolds.
Hello.
Hey!
My paw back.
When we last
Welcome
briefly
back.
left our adventurers, as they hunted the shiny, they adopted a mimic. Probably. Maybe. It's not dead. Maybe. Probably.
No, we found it that minute and then adopted its child.
That's it. That's totally what happened. As we bring ourselves back, we're making your way up the stairs. That cold breeze still kind of filters through. You hear just that soft shh as we say goodbye to Mimic Child. And the lights flicker on and off, kind of all around you. You climb your way up the stairs in this fine, beautiful manner to more art, more illustrations of things, scrolls, various knickknacks. Some of them still greet you. A couple of the books kind of cautiously after what happened in the library wide. They think you're guests. They think you're guests. But they're not too sure, honestly.
It wasn't hurting when
Yeah,
I
I
hurt
guess.
them. I just wanted to get to the roof.
Yeah.
I think you pass by let's go for a porcelain chicken. One of those ones that have like the trinket dishes. That have like a little, they're actually kind of they're a trinket bowl and they have the little lid on them. Do you know the ones I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yes. You see one of those and like they kind of eye you. And since you've left the dining hall, you've noticed that literally none of the objects seem to be able to move beyond their designated space for some reason. You're not too sure why, but as some of them have kind of followed you up the stairs, a lot of the ones from the lower level just straight up can't take a step onto the stairs at all. Even the stairs that creak back and onto your weight, under your weight, don't really flex beyond where they are. You're not too sure why. But you climb the stairs to find a beautiful, sprawling lounge area. Red furniture, more arcane lights kind of all about, more portraits actually. This appears to have been a sitting area.
Do any of the portraits look like you, Auntie?
Yes, they do. There is a Yuan-Ti, again, hair curled. There is different... They're kind of with various peoples. You see one of them painted with a very fine-looking bird-like figure with fine parrot-like feathers, as they seem to be standing on the edge of an island. You see another one of them with a bundle of others that seem to be like a group together of varying sizes. One of them has an owlbear as a companion. The only reason you know about the owlbear is because at one point, Sniv, one tried to steal your wool.
I still can't forgive them for that.
Mm-hmm. And Marachnus, you kind of get distracted by one of the paintings, as the one kind of hanging over the fireplace is very similar to the one that was in the hallway. But this appears to be a single figure, and they're holding something that looks like a trophy.
They're single. Important information. Oh, wait, there's a trophy too. Oh, does it look in a similar shape to the trophy I saw in the leaves?
Yes, but this time you have a color reference as opposed to a weird blob. It appears to be a kind of candlestick end, almost crested upwards, there is this giant green glistening emerald disc in its center that catches the light, even in the painting, quite beautifully. And it kind of almost, as you stare at this painting, you get the feeling that if this painting could move, it would be reflecting the light into your eyes now. Wani, Wide, what are you doing in this scenario?
Oh, you saw the trophy, right?
You see the painting of the trophy, yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Okay. And wait, does the painting show the room it's in?
The painting, you kind of like look deep at the picture. It's a portrait, so the painting is kind of plain. There seems to be light coming from behind, like they're mostly backlit. There's a slant to the roof behind them, but that's about it.
I would like to investigate the painting, please.
Is this the one with the trophy, or one of the other ones?
Yes, please.
So as you are, as we've established multiple times now, you are all very small. The painting is about higher than the door was. So how are you
Someone
going
give
to...
me a lift.
Oh my
please.
pyramid.
Moveman Pyramid. Alright, let's try it. With your combined effort, you can get to the top of the fireplace.
Okay, we make the human pyramid.
You can get that far. It is a little bit of a struggle, and it'll be a little bit disastrous trying to stand on this edge of the fireplace. Are you trying to balance on there? Are you just standing on top of the pyramid wide, or?
Am I able to use Mage Hand to sort of support myself?
Alright. So with the benefits of Mage Hand, Sniv, Marachmus, and Wani, you can all make your strength saving throw with advantage. And Wide, I'd like you to roll me Fate.
It's a nat 20
Nice.
plus 1.
7.
11.
My
Alright.
fate roll is 91.
91. Alright. Marachmus, Wani. You're still kind of in pain from the various things that have impaled or hit or bit or fallen upon you. So you kind of wobble, and Sniv, you're carrying the majority of Wide's weight right now.
That's okay, I'm very strong.
Yes. Marachmus and Wani, who are at the bottom of the pyramid, are not, however, and you are wobbling as Wide with your fate roll. You see the painting smile at you.
Hello? Painting? Does it answer?
The painting does not answer, but there is a faint blue kind of glowing shimmer as you see the picture inside kind of shift slightly, and the light almost catches the trophy. But that doesn't make sense because there's no sunlight hitting and then you fall down because Wani Miracmus cannot support the weight anymore as you kind of fall
Fair enough.
back.
I am a chunker.
Sniv, you're the only reason Wide does not take damage falling down.
Thank you.
No worries, I also think that sometimes the roll helps to cushion the blow.
It does.
I think the painting is alive. It smiled at me. It is a happy painting.
You look up, the painting hasn't changed to you guys at all. And why'd you look up and the painting is back to the way it was?
Well, it did smile.
Oh, well, if it was smiling, it probably likes you.
Yeah. Excuse me, painting. Can you tell us where the trophy is, please?
No response.
Yes, please. Well, maybe it's a little bit shy.
You saw the painting kind of like there was a glisten on the trophy that felt like sunlight. So as you kind of like look around for the window, because you're like, sunlight, all right, window, right. You kind of look around and there is like a small green light kind of glinting at the corner edge of one of the windows. Maracmus.
Yes. I am going to, firstly, try and attempt communication, but I will point at the painting and cast message.
All right, what are you gonna ask the painting?
Hello, can you tell us where the trophy you are holding in the image is?
And this is to the painting?
Yes.
Can you read out the description of message for me once again?
Okay, give me, I gotta search it up.
Wani, what are you doing? You have fallen over once again.
Recover.
How are you recovering? The googly eyes on your crowbar are a little bit askew right now.
I look at, while on floor, I look at Googly Moogling. We really got ourselves in this one.
Googly moogly, if they could nods, but only because you control it to nod at you. Pardon me.
Okay. So, are we still trying to get up to that painting?
You have successfully gotten Wyatt up to the painting. Wyatt spotted something glinty, but I don't know if they've shared it with the rest of the party.
I would like to share that with the rest of the party. I see something glinting over there, and I point.
You point.
Oh, it's all green and shiny. Maybe we should go take a look.
Let's go take a look.
Okay, I scuttle over to the shiny thing.
There is a small reflection of something shiny in the window. You look over and it seems to kind of be reflecting from somewhere, and you kind of follow the glint, and there seems to be another green thing further out in the hallway. Maracmus, do you have that answer to me for that stuff?
Yes, I do. So I point at a creature within range, and whisper a message. Cast through solid objects if I'm familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. Can be stopped by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, thin sheet of lead, or 3 or 4 feet of wood. Doesn't have to follow a straight line and can travel freely around corners or through openings.
Alright, lovely. As the rest of you kind of like, time to go catch that light, like a bundle of cats with a laser pointer. Maracmus.
Yes.
Can you get me?
Oh my goodness, it actually worked. Yeah?
All of you just hear, yeah? As you're rushing. Are you paying attention, or are you leaving Maracmus behind?
I'm looking at the shiny thing.
Alright, the rest of you head out to the hallway.
I'm gonna stop because I'm very sore.
Yeah, you are very sore. You rub your knees a little bit from all of the falling.
I wish to stay. No cupboard left behind.
Sniv, you are chasing the shiny by yourself then?
I guess so. I thought other people were behind me, but I don't notice that I'm the only one running.
Alright. We're gonna handle this in 2 stages. Sniv, you follow the shiny. The shiny goes up. There's a reflection in one thing, and then another thing. Miraculous.
I look at the things.
Yes. one thing and then another thing. All of the things are reflective. They all seem to follow your, like, move you around the building. You're following this green source of light, like a glowing firefly catching them during summer. And as you kind of follow this green light, you find yourself in front of a stairway that was not there before. A ladder up. As Wani and Wide, as we cut to Wani and Wide, as you kind of turn around to hear Maracmus kind of seemingly talking to themselves. Maracmus. Be careful. I was not.
You was not. You was not what?
It fools you.
It fools us. How does is it an illusion?
No. It's a curse.
Oh, much worse. Any advice on how to defeat the curse? What do we do?
It needs sunlight.
Sunlight. Oh.
And as you hear that, Wani Wide, what are you doing? You're hearing Maracmus say these things?
Wizards normally talk to themselves, or
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what wizards do.
Ah,
They're weird like that.
huh.
Sniff.
Yes,
Something's shiny is up the stairs.
it is so shiny. I start climbing the stairs.
And as you climb the stairs, kind of one step at a time, Maracmus, Wani Wide, Sniff's missing.
Yeah. Maracmus, what are you even doing?
What? Can't you hear? I'm having a conversation over here. But it sounds like we better be careful. Thankfully, everyone's in this room, right?
No.
What do you
Where did
mean,
Snape
no?
go?
Steve went up today with for the shiny. My knees are sore, so I felt like waiting around. Then I saw you talking to yourself, and I thought that was funny.
I was having a conversation. Can't you hear the very interesting, nice, and helpful person?
Well, a conversation with yourself is still the conversation.
This is true, and I am a very nice and helpful person. So, I guess you're correct. But, yeah, where did Sniff went following lights?
That way. Point swift. Wait, yeah.
Points with what?
Googly moogly.
Right.
Should we go after them or?
Yeah, no. Oh dear. Oh dear.
I follow the lights.
You take a step upstairs, slowly but surely, the creak of your talons underfoot. As you enter an attic.
What do I see in the attic? Oh,
Old furniture, various artifacts, and at the top of a gleaming pile of various assortments, a shining green glowing idol of sorts.
gasp. It's the trophy, it's the shiny thing that Brett wanted. I want to grab it.
So it's gonna take you a bit to climb up there. There's all these different things. And as you kind of finally get up to the top, there's this beautiful big open window shining light on the shiny. And there is a tall kind of thing hidden under cloth. Like, a lot of the things in this room are kind of hidden under cloth stuff to protect it from dust, you know? That's what they do with old things.
Yeah, that makes sense. What kind of cloth is it? Is it good quality?
It's just a calico. It's not like anything particularly beautiful.
Okay, nothing that really catches my eye.
Wani, Clyde, Maximus. You hear noises creaking from above you.
We made it. Let's go.
Yeah, wait, no. Oh no. I said it was cursed, though. Half of us said it was cursed.
I'm gonna go find her. Quickly.
Go.
What a shiny coach.
That is
The shop.
true. A shiny cursed.
A shiny curse. As you make your way toward the direction, it's weird. It's as you step out into the hallway feels different. There's something strange about the way that the carpet crushes underfoot. It feels almost muddy.
Is it hampering our movement by any chance?
Maybe.
Oh no. We're never gonna catch up to Sniffy time like this. We need to do something.
Wait a minute. It's above us, right?
The noise is coming from above you, yes.
I would like to blow hole in ceiling again.
You can certainly attempt to try.
There's no
Sniff.
chandelier here.
There is no chandelier in this hallway, no.
It's an 8.
It's an 8. Somehow it pyongs and hits. Who am I gonna hurt this time?
Oh!
Miraculous, your tail is slightly singed as you take 1 point of fire damage.
Ah! Ouchies!
Oh, no, I can do this. I can do this. I throw another fireball.
Go for it. As you do that, Sniv, there's
Yes.
a couple of things you gotta climb over in order to get to this shiny. There's
Okay.
a couple of chests, a big, sprawling, really long chest, tall, could probably fit a humanoid.
How shiny is the chest compared to the trophy?
The trophy shines like starlight. Everything seems dull in comparison as you look at this thing.
I barely notice the chest. My eyes are all on the trophy. I only see the chest for climbing.
Alright, it's gonna take you a couple of acrobatics checks in order to get up there successfully. Can you roll me the first one while Maracus, Swanee, Wide, you are chasing after your friend?
I rolled an 18 to attack the ceiling for the last time.
You hit the ceiling. Sniv, what was your acrobatics check?
Got a 15.
Could you roll that with disadvantage as you hear an explosion hit the floor near you?
Still a 15.
Lovely. You successfully jump over to the large human-sized chest. Wani, Maracus, you see this giant hole in the ceiling, and you see the faint glimmering scales of Sniv as a ball of yarn drops out of their pockets and drops down from into the hole. Sniv, what you don't see behind you is this piece of cloth and one of these objects kind of catch fire. Can you roll me fate, Wide?
Okay, how do I roll fate?
Sorry, Wide's rolling fate.
Sorry.
You are jumping.
Yes.
Wani, Maracus, what are you doing? In the meantime, as Wide rolls fate.
Oh, what am I doing in the meantime? Sorry, I faced out for a second.
You're fine.
Okay. I'm going to get that winter blanket, and I'm going to use my mage hand to lift it up to the ceiling so we can use it as a rope.
Okay. You do not have an arcane trickster's mage hand, so this is going to be quite difficult. You can't quite use it to tie it to anything, especially because you can't see anything. You can certainly put it up there, though.
What was if we have
Is there any
two
logic?
hand
Oh yeah, if we have two mage hands.
Wyatt, have you rolled me that fate roll?
Oh, sorry, I thought it was Sniv that was doing the paper. 1 second.
No, it was you. Sniv has to roll me another acrobatics check.
83.
Is that a 33 or an 83?
83.
Lovely! Sniv, behind you, you do not see it, but something starts to catch on fire.
Lovely.
Uh,
My acrobatics, by the way, is an 18.
With a deft and amazing backflip, you manage to jump over the other box in order to get to the next spot. Wani, what are you doing during all of this as Wyatt and Rachmus use their mage hands of power to attempt to lift a blanket up to the hole in the roof?
You know we do have rope, right?
Yeah, well, I kind of go, oh, okay. Bring out, like, rope with mage hand and go, and bring out Pitten.
Yep.
Go ahead and tie it there.
Yep.
And mage hand go tie there.
So you
And put-
tie. Wait, what?
Okay. So I can see the hole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see beams?
You can see a hole in a roof that is large enough to fit a humanoid now.
Oh wait, and I also saw yarn. I'm just gonna yank on that.
You yank on the yarn, a yarn ball falls down from the hole in the roof. You recognize it to be one of Sniv's.
Yeah. Wait. Ah! Sniv, I got your yarn! Grab the rope!
Sniv. All
How
voices-
distracting is
all
his voice?
voices sound so... You know what? Wani, roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage, and Sniv, roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay.
It's just so shiny. It glistens like emerald light.
11.
14.
All
By
right.
the way, I was just gonna say this, I got the nat 20 on the other one, so that makes me cry.
So, Sniv, despite the shininess, your yarn is so important to you. You dropped one.
No, my yarn!
You can hear your friends.
I fumble after the yarn and I suddenly notice there's a massive hole in the floor behind me that wasn't there before.
You also notice the piece of fabric on fire
Oh,
on the other side of the hole.
what happened?
As the flames crawl up and disintegrate, you see a giant mirror.
I look at the mirror, like I look back down into the hole, see my friends, then look up at the mirror again.
As you look up into the mirror, you see a figure. It's familiar, ghostly and blue.
Familiar?
Yeah.
You want tea?
They look at you in fear. With like relief. It's strange, their version doesn't seem to be quite the same. And the mirror glows with green light. Shiny.
Everybody, I found Mrs. T. She's up here. Wait, let me. I hold on to the yarn or the rope. Wait, what did
What are
all
you
of you
doing?
guys throw up here? What are you
What are you
guys?
doing?
We are bringing up some rope and a blanket.
We
Okay,
would like to come up, please.
I hold on to the rope, and I mostly hold on to the rope for now.
As you hold onto the rope, the rest of you start climbing. Who's going first? And how well is this tied? Let's roll some checks.
What do I
You
roll?
tied the rope. You type the rope. Sniff, you'll be rolling a strength check, but man, that green trophy is so shiny. The center of it looks like a giant green yarn ball.
Oh, that is very distracting.
Bunny, can you roll me a sleight of hand check to see how well you tied the rope?
Okay.
Bunny, Maracmus, you gotta tell me how the heck you're climbing, especially Maracmus, given that you can't lift your arms very well underneath your cloak.
I got a
And feet.
14.
14? Alright, you successfully tied the rope down, you used the pit and between Wyatt and Maracmus's head mage hand, you kind of like slammed it into the roof. Sniv's got the rope. How are you
That is
climbing?
16.
Yep, with Sniv's strength. Slowly distracting strength. You can hear, you see your friends as they start climbing this rope. The lady in front of you is very distracting, but the yarn ball, the giant
Like
green yarn ball.
I'm holding the rope, but I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at the yarn ball.
Do we notice that Sniv is getting distracted?
Oh yeah. If anything, why are you climbing the rope first?
I thought that was me.
Okay, Wani, you're climbing the rope first.
Yes.
I wish to do something, please.
In 1 second, Wani, you can see that Sniv's eyes are slowly starting to kind of glow green. Wide, yes, what would you like to do?
I would like to cast Fairy Fire
On?
to outshiny the shiny.
On what?
I would
You are
like to
currently
do
below.
it. I would like to cast it on the yarn we are climbing up, or the rope, whatever we're climbing.
So, do you want to cast Fairy Fire on the rope? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's outshiny each other. I would like to have you roll an Arcana. You know what? Let's roll a performance check. How shiny can your rope be?
Okay.
Alright, what'd you get?
I got a performance. Oh, wonderful!
Yeah?
It's an 8.
Hey, Sniv.
Yes?
The green yarn in the trophy looks so beautiful.
It's amazing. I've
Maracmus,
never seen yarn this good.
Bonnie, you feel the rope slowly starting to slip. You need to move fast. If you can get up there.
Wait. I got it. I've got a ball of yarn and I took it from Snip.
Are you
I say
saying
while
that?
hardly climbing up and trying to grab the rope and just going,
Maracmus, how are you climbing the yarn again? With your feet?
With teeth and feet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Roll me a quick acrobatics check. Why do you two?
4.
I get 4.
So can you guys explain to me how you not fall? I feel like that's the wrong way to respond to it, because Bonnie, roll me a persuasion check. Sniv, roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. Non-natural one.
Oh wow, okay. Bonnie, what was your persuasion?
oh, my persuasion. Right, the previous one or the new one?
The new one.
Okay. It was a. Alright. Oh, 15.
15. Sniv, it's really difficult to hear, but I think someone's got your yarn, and like your gaze breaks.
So, who has my yarn?
And-
Wani!
And as you kind of look down at Wani, Wyatt and Rakfist, you fall to the floor.
Ow.
Wide falls on top of Miraculous.
Again.
I look through hole. Yes, not me.
Wani, what are you doing with my yarn?
Losers lose and gainers gain. Yeah, you dropped it.
So mean.
Why don't you stick your head up? You see just the nicest, shiniest trophy that you ever did see.
Take my yarn back from Wani.
While distracted, I guess that happens, and I go, Googly Moogly, we made it. Let's go. Ah!
Wide Miraculous, I think that you tried to. Now that you've failed one time, it won't take you too long to get back up. But Sniv, Wani's gonna try and take your bright green emerald yarn.
Wait, no, Wani. I just told you to not touch my yarn. I get in front of the trophy.
Wani, Sniv's in front of your prize. You and Googly Moogly have been trying to get the shiny. This is the shiny. This isn't yarn. This is a trophy.
Do not touch my yarn, Wani.
Can we hear all of this?
You can, as you kind of climb up the rope for the last little bit. It's a little bit more. It takes you a little bit of time, especially you, Miraculous.
Okay, got it. Full greed. Bonus action, dash, and throw my bag of ball bearings behind myself to get in front of Sneeve and take the trophy. Mine!
I tried to counter him. I like use my yarn to kind of throw it, try to intercept him with the wires, rip him off acrobatic styles.
There's two things going on at once. I need you to roll an attack roll, dexterity-based Sniv. Wadi, your bonus action was not to disengage, it was to dash, so you're moving fast. Wide, as you pop your head out, you see the same glowing... You swear you see a glowing lady, and then you just see this shiny green object.
It's a muddy 20.
Muddy 20?
Yes.
Wani, what was your... Wait, no, so... Wani? Wait, what did I ask you to do? My brain's just reset itself.
You didn't ask me about anything, you just said I didn't disengage, so...
You did not disengage, so this is an attack of opportunity. As you kind of throw your ball bearings behind you, Sniv, you fall, Wani, just as you are wrapped up in wool.
Oh.
You slam, hit your face down on the floor. Wide, there's just a shiny green object up here. It's so pretty.
Damn it. Hey, there's anything here. We should take it back. Wadi, can you help me get up here? I'm still stuck.
Wait, are you stuck in the hole?
No, I'm not stuck in the hole, but I'm still trying to climb up, I'm assuming.
Oh, no. By this point, you've made it up.
Oh, good.
And you see Sniv and Wani kind of going at it.
Hey, you two! Kobolds don't fight!
Wani's trying to steal my yarn.
That's not yarn! That trophy! We take it back for bread!
It has yarn in the middle. It's mine.
Mine.
Why?
Mine.
It's so shiny.
Can I roll to resist the shiny?
You can roll to resist the shiny. It's a wisdom save.
Oh no.
Kobolds renowned for their wisdom.
How many of you picked wisdom as your dump stat?
A
Me?
13.
13? You cannot resist.
Okay,
It's really shiny. It's so pretty.
I would like to throw a fireball in front of the mirror as a warning for the others to stay back.
Please do.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Kobolds were built for infighting occasion.
15.
15. That is a successful. Just as Maracmus, a fireball cruises overhead, and you finally make it up, and then right in front of your face.
Okay, something's not right. Something's not right. It's the thing. She said something about seeing. Something, it does a thing. I'm going to pull my hat further over my eyes than it already is.
Which is very good, because as you do, you only see the feet of everyone, as Wani is pulling themselves out of the yarn. Sniv is currently, trying to go past the ball bearings, and White is making their way towards this, you think to be the trophy, as you see the glowing blue feet in the mirror.
Okay, I think I know what to do. It's the thing. You look at the thing, and it makes you see things. So if we can't see, I cast fog.
Alright, you cast fog. Do you need sight to be able to cast fog, just very quickly?
That's probably a good idea. I'll ask. I'll consult my books.
Still yarns.
Oh, I look at it and I tie off the ends of one of my yarn threads, and I'm gonna try to lasso the trophy.
Alright. Money. Shiny.
Okay, so I was told to resist. I'm gonna try and do a wisdom save, and if that fails,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
go
gnaw
for it.
myself through this yarn.
Okay, go for it. Wide. Everyone's after the thing, but you've just been told by Maracmus you have to not see. You're supposed to resist. But it's so shiny.
19 wisdom
You're so
saves.
shiny.
You manage to pull yourself out, and you see the figure in the mirror too, who is very clearly doing these hands of don't do it. That's a bad idea.
I remember what Maracmus said, and I put my hat on my eyes.
The two characters. Oh, actually, there's three characters with hats. Huh. You put your hat. Pull your hat down over your bandit mask? Question mark.
Question mark?
And you feel like the pull of the shiny leave you. Maracmus, do you require sight?
No, I do not. It's
How does-
any point within range.
How does fog cloud work?
So, a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on a point within range spreads and heavily obscures the area. Therefore, I cast it in the middle of all of us.
Alright. Conveniently, there is also a hole. The roof. So, as you hear your friends going at it, suddenly, Sniv, Wani, Wide, you calm down. Because you can't see shit right now.
I can't see anything, but I want to say that I was halfway through throwing the lasso. I don't know where it goes, but I just
You
want to
know
say
what? Let's
it's
go
out
for
there.
it. Roll me a fate roll. Let's see.
How do I roll fate again? That's
It's a D100.
Okay. That is a 77.
77, alright. You pull something, you hook something. You don't know what it is, and you pull it. Do you put all your strength into it?
Yes.
Roll me an athletics check.
Oh. That is a 22.
22. Damn. You're a buff kobold. You're a very buff kobold. Like, what?
I've got +3 to athletics.
Should I take up knitting? Anyway, As Sniv, you pull Miraculous Swanee wide, you hear just this loud crash as there is this shattering noise as you've
Oh.
pulled down the mirror.
I think I broke it.
I think, what was that? What? I can't see. More than
Yeah.
usual.
I think I broke the mirror. That sounded like the sound of breaking glass.
That a good thing? I don't know what's a good thing.
No, it's a
I
good
don't know.
thing.
Do all of us hear that, or just Miraculous?
You all hear this time.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, goodness. Oh, that was close. Are you all right, small one?
What is happening?
Oh, that's a very foolishly obtained item from when I was much younger, dear. I thought it would make an excellent sun catcher. Good point for my enchantment. I failed to think of the consequences of using something potentially taken from a lich's craft.
Oh, damn. That's... yeah, wow. I'm not even that much of a scholar, and I know that's a bad idea. I mean, what? I'm a really good scholar.
It does sound like it's probably dangerous.
Yes, dear. It catches the sun and lures anyone who sees it. It used to be in a much different place, full of dangers and adventures. Oh, it was so much fun. But I was a much younger Yuanti then.
So, is it true that the trophy killed you?
Oh, no, dear, that was old age.
Oh, okay then.
But it kept me here. I didn't realize at the time.
I mean, we could take it with us.
Certainly, if you'd like to be cursed with eternal life.
Well, it wouldn't really be for us. It would be for bread, and he would give it to, it's not necessarily our trophy.
Oh. Well, whatever you choose to do with it, dear. I personally suggest breaking it might be wise. It's keeping me here and everyone else stuck. After all.
Okay. Gets out hammer.
Okay, breaking it will break the curse?
Perhaps. It depends. I never could resist it. I couldn't break it.
I look at the
Another.
others. Like, if we break it, we can just take... We have more shiny parts. We can just take the pieces.
That's even better. Instead of one shiny thing, we get several shiny things.
Exactly.
Your logic is perfect. The mathematics work out.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Okay. So we have the trophy, right? Do we have to? Is it still got the thing that makes it we have to see it?
I think it's still foggy.
It is foggy, currently. So you are seeing this whispery, ghostly Yuanti figure in the shadows. And the fog. but the faint glimpses of light make you more aware that the shiny is there. You'll have to, if you are to choose to break it, you are going to have to do it blind.
Well, I have an idea for that, because I am genius. Everyone got rope?
Yeah.
Anyone
Yeah.
play tug of war?
Oh, yeah, we can play tug of war.
So, yeah, tie your rope to the trophy, and we do tug of war.
Okay. I also would like to suggest I heard of this human tradition called pinata. And I hear you tie a rope and then you hit the thing on the rope without looking at it. I feel that sounds appropriate. Go.
Yes. An ancient ritual from
An
beyond
anci-
the dawn of time.
Yes, ancient human ritual of pinata.
I've never met too many kobolds, but I do appreciate the humor. Whatever you choose, dear, I'm very...
What humor?
We are very serious.
She very weak. She must be delirious. Yes?
We must shatter it quickly.
Alright, so what are we doing? You guys playing pinata with a gosh darn legendary artifact?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do this. How are you tying the rope to the shiny without looking?
I close my eyes and I feel around for the shiny.
Alright, so remember, so this is the part where I remind you that the floor has a hole in it.
Boy.
And ball bearings. Uh-oh.
And ball bearings. So as you are heading toward...
I helpfully shout out towards White because I'm standing very close to the trophy to try to guide her my way.
Right, lovely. Okay. You were standing the closest. How long does fog cloud last, Maracmus?
That's up to 1 hour.
Alright. Chaos!
I'll dispel it if you want, but I think it's best for our safety that we keep it here.
So, with disadvantage, even with Sniv's help, I'm sorry, it's just there's so much stuff on the floor. Could you please roll me a survival check to attempt to find the trophy?
Sure. Oh, I am not rolling well today.
Perfect. What is it?
That's 5.
Okay, yep. I think you have the trophy. You lift it up, and everyone sees that you've got a snake statuette. I remember that one.
Is this it?
No, that's the wrong one.
Ow.
Wani, Maracmus, what are you doing? Sniver, you trying to find it too?
Well, I feel like I was pretty close to it, so I think I'll give it a shot.
Alright, survival check please. Maracmus, Wani, what are you doing?
I will cast Detect Magic and try and find it as well.
Once again, the entire house is magic. But yes, you do feel a faint hint of necromantic magic coming from near Sniv.
Scarlet.
Yes?
That's 1 minus 1.
You find the hole in the floor.
Wait a minute. I got an idea. Can I grab her quickly before she falls?
You can't see her.
Ow.
Ow.
You take... Oh gosh, I don't know how many hit points you have. You take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Ow.
May I cast Fairy Fire again? I realize it actually isn't one object. I can just cast it and everything is lit up.
Hey, can I... Oh.
Oh, okay, are you doing that with the trophy around? You've got Fog Cloud.
Yeah, because it doesn't say I don't think I need a line of sight on it.
With Fairy? You sure?
Yeah, this is each object in a 20-foot cube in range is outlined in blue, green, or violet.
Oh. So
I always thought you had to pick a target. You don't have to pick a target.
Wait, seriously? 知らなかったそれは。So yeah, no, there's a faint outline on everything in the thing, which reactivates the shiny's ability.
I can't see the shiny. I just see the outside of the shiny.
Well, the lights are on it, no?
Oh yeah, it does shed some light on it, yeah. Back.
So you see, you activate your magic and you see like the faint outline. And you're like, ooh, shiny.
Can I use a quick burst of I remember quickly that I have to smash it and just bomb the shit out of it.
You can certainly chuck an explosive in that direction, but Wani, what were you going to do before that happens?
Oh, well, mine's multi-step, so... first step, get rope. Second step, go to wide.
Yep. You go to wide just as wide puts a bomb in their hands.
Okay, tie ration to end of rope and then put it in bag of holding going, come here. You fish out small thing.
You fish out the
he's a mimic.
As wide, I need you to roll me an attack roll disadvantage if you're using fireball.
I got it. Well, it doesn't fucking matter because I got a nat one.
Alright, you do not hit it, and there's a nice shiny looking object right there. You have, Wani, you have the baby, who is slowly dying of being honestly smothered because there's no oxygen in a bag of holding.
Is a mimic is alive, right?
Is just alive, yes.
Alright, cool. And the rope is firmly in him and on him?
Yes. This poor mimic, yes.
Perfect. Now he is paired to a plan. Swing rope and at the trophy. Ha!
Alright, Sniv, you hear ha! Just as you hear a splat noise as the mimic hits what you hope to be the trophy. Please roll me an attack roll to see if you can hit it.
Dex or
in the
strength?
fog. To this one, strength, because you're trying to hurl a thing, a mimic.
I got it.
But there's a
Wait.
faint outline on it, so you can see it, so I won't give you a disadvantage.
I got it too.
Oh, yeah, no, the baby starts eating your rope.
Oh, he's hungry.
Marcus, what are you doing?
Okay. Right, I'm gonna keep my hat down, and I'm gonna just use the sense from Detect Magic to try and catch this thing.
I see. Yes, you can certainly try.
Oh boy.
I
What do
must
roll?
say, this is rather entertaining. I have been bored for about a century now.
I'm glad to have been of service. Can you, tell me if I'm getting hotter or colder or something?
Oh, definitely colder. That's a hole.
Oh, thank you. I thought I could feel the draft. I'll go the other way.
Sniv, you see briefly under Marachnus's sock cloak thing, and see tiny little feet before Marachnus would locate object. Detect magic in play. You do find the shiny somehow. With Wide, were you going to try and go for the shiny again, or are you going to try and chuck a bomb at the shiny? What are you doing?
I am contemplating life choices.
I see.
Can I see the baby?
Yes, vaguely, because it's every object or creature in a 20-foot cone, right? Or sphere?
Yeah, give or take.
Yep, you can
I
see
would
the
like-
baby.
I'm
The
going
baby
to
is on
grab
the floor
baby.
splattered. You're going to grab the baby. The baby is grabbed. I'm gonna say that you pick up the rope that it's nibbling on, so you don't get stuck to it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
also
gonna take
still
it.
swaddled.
It's still. Oh yes, that's right. It is technically swaddled, unless you unswaddled it.
I'm not gonna unswaddle it yet. I'm gonna take it over to the gem because I'm gonna go.
Okay.
If it's in the baby, and then only I know it's in the baby, I can get it from the baby later. And then I go, baby, eat.
And you want the baby to eat the
gem,
trophy?
yeah. Yeah. Because if no one
What?
else knows it's in the baby, then I can secretly get it from the baby later.
This happens as Maracmus approaches. The baby fails to attack the trophy correctly, for it is too distracted by how shiny it is. You're also one.
Oh god.
This is poor Mimic.
This is a disaster.
Why,
Maracmus-
what are you doing with the child? What is this?
Child must have food!
This is not food. This is not correct parenting.
It's enrichment for the child.
I question your definition of enrichment.
I've heard that children need milk. Do you have milk? Next best thing.
Logic is sound.
There are 10 things that are this is not near milk. This is not next best thing.
Oh, do you have any of those 10 things on hand?
No.
Well then.
A trophy it is.
Wait, we need to smash it. Smash it. Look.
What are you doing?
Somebody pass me the rope.
I passed the rope with the mimic on it.
You pass the rope with the Mimic on it. Does it go for Maracmus, or is it still too distracted by it's still too distracted by the shiny?
Damn it, this is not how you treat a child. I the
Maracmus, you have a
bookworm.
rope with a Mimic on it.
I'm gonna take the end that doesn't have the mimic, and I'm gonna tie it to the thing, and then use the mimic as a counterweight as I throw it across the beam in the ceiling, so it is hanging.
And
was
you
you
were
the
telling
child?
us that's not how you treat a child.
So, the Mimic and the Shiny are currently tied to a beam in the attic. And
Using the
the
child as a
Yuan-Ti just
weapon.
kind of goes, not what I expected, but alright.
I want to assume that Sniff has scuttled her way up through the hole again.
I'm assuming by this point you have.
I now invoke the human right of Pinata!
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 Wait, is it so the trophy's on the rope now?
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't hit the mimic.
Pinata.
Be careful you do not hit the baby.
The baby is also on the other end of the rope, currently trying to lightly grab the trophy because it wants it as well.
I will use Mage Hand to keep the baby away.
That's
You
for
try-
the best.
The baby tries to bite the mage hand but is unsuccessful. Alright, so what do you do?
Well, okay, who has the thing that looks the most like a big stick? Because that's what the humans use.
Googly moogly!
You raise
Okay,
your crowbar
Mowgli.
up on high. And
Okay, you'll get first turn since you see first. Pinata.
Pinata. Pinata.
Pinata.
Pinata.
Alright.
Pinata.
Who's attempting to pinata the artifact?
I think it's only fair that Bonnie gets to go first if we're using Googly Woogly.
Alright, Wani,
Googly wiggly. Okay.
roll me an attack roll against the artifact.
This is like, can I use Dex?
Are you using it? Like, how are you using
Yeah.
it? Are you
Ah.
eating it? Are you using it to, like, club it, though? Because I'm treating this like a club.
Ah, so it's like up there, right?
It's up,
Okay.
like a pinata.
Okay. Alright, yeah, I'll just, hit.
Alright. Whack! Goes the kobold. Whack! Goes googly moogly. And what's the hit?
12.
12? It's a success. Because it's right there. Somehow you managed to hit this. Does it survive the hit? Ooh, there's a slight crack. It looks like it could use maybe 1 or 2 more hits.
Oh, bust the googly moogie. I want to turn on the pinata.
Here you go. Oogly moog.
Thank
Oh,
you.
my goodness. All right. Yep. You can choose to yeet or club it.
I club it.
All right. No, you are looking at it, and it's shiny and it's pretty, but you want more shinies, I think, from what I am understanding from everyone. So, I feel like you don't feel the need to protect it. I feel like you just want it, and you want more of it, and you've all logicked it. Yes? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes, yes, that's correct.
This flawless logic.
Flawless logic. I see. Lovely. This is what happens when I have kobolds in my library. All right. Hit the pinata.
I rolled a 13.
A 13 is a success. It cracks even more. Maybe 1 more hit. It's really close.
Oh, who wants to be next?
Right, I think you should have a go. You've been trying to hit a lot of things today, and it hasn't been going well.
Here you
Thank
go,
you.
White.
I
Take this.
appreciate it. What was the roll again?
You can choose to, if you're throwing it, you can use dexterity. If you're trying to club it, you can use strength.
I am going to try to throw it.
Alright, throw the crowbar.
So, just a dexterity check.
Yep.
And
10? A 10 is a failure, I'm afraid. It goes wide and it hits.
by Gurgly Mood.
Gurgly Moody goes
No.
wide, soaring over the artifact and towards the human-sized object. As you whack the front of it, you see it open and creak, and there appears to be a mummy inside. Not moving.
Oh,
It's
good!
just there. It's just there.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
I'm just gonna lie on the floor. Someone wake me when the gem is shattered.
Why
Yeah.
do you disappear into the fog as you let go thump on the floor?
Oh, we
Quickly
gotta
chase after
find,
Googly Moogly.
gotta find it back.
You find it's not gonna. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. You eventually find it. Narrowly avoiding it. You are all kind of aware where the hole is. And then
Yeah. Miracmus, you haven't had a turn yet.
I guess it's up to me. Can one of you stand within 5 feet of this?
Yeah, okay. I'll stand near it.
okay.
Thank you. Okay, good. I'm gonna pick up Googly Moogly,
Yes.
and hopefully this means pack tactics activate.
You know what? Sure. Just this once.
My inscrutable, eludible intellect strikes again. I will make my attack roll. I'll
How
go to
does
pivot.
Sniv assist you?
I assist by saying, this way, yeah, you're right in front of it. Little bit left, yeah, you got it. Just like
Alright.
that.
And so you
11.
11 is a failure, unfortunately. You hit Sniv instead.
Ah, no, Miracmus, too far left.
I'm so sorry. I've still got my hat pulled over my eyes.
Why?
So you take 1 point of bludgeoning.
Oh, I forgot about this thing. Whoops.
Alright. What do you do?
Well, back to warning.
I go back. I go, Miracmus, please.
Oh, yes, here you go.
Thank you. I go, apparently my player picks the Harbinger remembers Draconic Cry. So Ah!
Okay.
So now me and everyone else around me. Everyone that heard. Let's see. As a bonus action, you let out your draconic cry at your enemies within 10 feet of you. So I look at the thing and scream at it. To the end of your next turn, you and your allies have advantage against rolls against this enemy who could hear the roar. Wait,
All right.
does it have ears? Crap.
It does not have ears, but you certainly scream at the sacred object that was taken from an ancient temple long ago. I'm just picturing the scene in the cartoon where you guys are just essentially attempting to hit this. Alright, you scream. It is now, I believe, Wide's turn or Sniff's turn?
No,
It's my turn.
Scream's bonus action. I can then throw
Alright.
it.
Alright, please yeet the googly.
From Hex Heart, I stab at thee. That's a 24.
Damn!
Yeah, that's a 24. And you know what's the funny part? Advantage means sneak attack damage.
Oh my god. Alright,
Yes!
explain to me just how this thing shatters.
Okay, throw with the straight end, right at it. The googly eyes spin. Googly Moogly hits it right in the crack that I created previously. It deepens, it goes in, it goes out the other end. I scream more as I realize Googly is not stopping. I run after.
And as this shatters into many, many pieces, you feel that essence upon you begin to fade.
Pinata. Pinata.
Pinata.
As everything shatters and there's a sigh and thank you for that.
You're welcome.
As the figure ceases and the ground beneath you begins to rumble.
Uh-oh. I try to grab as much of the shiny before this whole place collapses.
Yes, because the shiny was the only thing holding the enchantments left in place, so you feel the ground beneath you begin to weaken and the entirety of the mansion begin to slowly but surely collapse. You guys have how are you all trying to escape?
I'm gonna try to get as many of the shinies as I can.
I'm imagining you
while
take a
everything's
sock.
collapsing. Yeah,
blanket
I
you were
take a
working on?
sock. I try to, the blanket I was working on, just try to stuff as many in there as I can.
Alright, that's your action. Rakmus, Swanee, Wide, what are you doing?
I'm going to save the child.
Alright. How are you saving the child as they hang from the rope? Oh, actually, the thing just shattered, so, they start falling.
I pick them up in the swaddling cloth to not get stuck to them, and I start. This is the true treasure all along. This child. So therefore, I am going to bolt for the door.
Alright, you bolt for the door. The door creaks. You're seeing everything start to fall. The ladder that Sniv originally used has almost disintegrated. It's all broken and stuff. Wani, Wide, what are you doing? Wani?
Okay, team plan. It's the same plan that we always do. Wide blows a hole through the wall, and I stick a knife in the ground, and we scaffold down using rope.
Ah, the old blowing.
Okay.
I'm trying to blow a hole in the wall.
Alright. Wide. Conveniently, there is not a single lantern to stop you.
God.
Alright.
You know what? I actually rolled something good. That's That's a 25.
Yeah, I'd say that you explode the window that is the clearest way out, kind of straight open, and it shatters, spraying glass outside. You guys feel the ground rumble. Wani, you get your crowbar and dagger, was it?
Yes. No, I use dagger and rope. Oh wait, I gotta grab. I gotta grab Googly Moogly. I grab Googly Moogly, grab knife, stick in floor, rope around it. Then I jump down with wide.
All right, Steve, Maracmus, Wide, are you all jumping down together?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I will follow.
All right, as the entirety of the manor crumbles and shatters around you, you hear things creaking, you hear porcelain coming from the cups downstairs shatter. Everything turns to rubble and dust as you jump out of the window past Wide's explosion, rope soaring out of the way, as slowly but surely you manage to safely escape Manor Fowly.
We did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Chandelier is dead.
And we saved the child.
Yeah.
We got it out.
All right. As as we switch to this, our final scene. Triumphant kobolds fall. Oh, you guys make me laugh so much. How does this scene and this adventure end for each and every one of you? Let's go backwards this time. Wide, what happens?
Well, I suppose we go back to the almighty bread, do we not?
Yes? You return,
Okay.
the almighty bread goes,
I have made the dough.
do you have the
Let's
dough?
go.
Sorry, what was that, Sif?
He makes the dough.
Makes the dough.
Is the bread, almighty bread, pleased with our work?
The almighty bread is pleased. Not only did you bring back one shiny, you brought back several shards of shiny that the great Purifinger can now use to decorate their hoard. They give you a hot cross bun each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, yes.
The true reward for your hard work. Food, always. So, Wide, as we close, and you have received this, and there is cheering and celebration for more decorations for the great Finger's hoard, what do we see Wide do? What's Wide doing?
As Wide has done the one thing he was told to do, he sneaks off to go sleep his own way.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a nap.
Alright, you go take a nap, surrounded
go
by
take a
your
nap.
explosives.
I'm pulling Waddy with me. You come here, you like it or not. Have a nap.
Yeah.
Alright, Maracmus. With the child in hand.
Yes. As the scene begins to close and the camera slowly pans away, you see Maracmus sitting on a log with the child and saying, I'm going to teach you how to read, how to divine from the mud scratches. You shall be my apprentice, the next great wizard of our den.
And the kobold takes a single tongue and licks its own eyeball. Now taking the form, instead of the box that it has been this entire time, of a hat, similar to Maracus's hat.
Oh yeah, this is a good friendship.
And Sniv, as we close this, hot cross bun in hand, what do we see?
Well, Sniff had started like knitting a little onesie for the baby, but as she is doing that, she looks at the baby just transform into a hat, and she's like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna have to rework this one now because the one I was working on was a lot more box shaped. So I guess And she starts like knitting a onesie in the shape of a hat.
Still have like the sleeves and things because that'll be adorable.
Yes, of course. It will just like slip over the hat.
And tales are told far and wide of the day that the haunted mansion at the top of the hill suddenly just poofed into dust. No one had been able to get near it for years. And the kobold chaos that happened at Manor Fowely was only known to 4 small kobolds and a mimic. Thank you everyone for playing today, and to all who have paid attention and hung out with us. Don't forget to stay inspired. Thanks everyone!
Thank you!
Thank you!
Woo!
Bye!